Good morning. Today's date is 20/10/2022. Morning Murli. Om Shanti Bapdada. Essence. Sweet children, the Bharat that was very wealthy has now become poor. Only the Father makes his poor Bharat wealthy once again. Question. Who are the most fortunate of you gopis and gopis, and how? Answer. The most fortunate are those who perform the godly dance of knowledge. They are the ones who will go to the golden age and dance with the prince and princesses. Such fortunate children surrender themselves to the Father completely at this time and say, Baba, I belong to you. Nothing is mine. You make me into a master of heaven, and so why would I not surrender myself to you? Om Shanti. The Father gives patience to the children. O children, residents of Bharat. Which children? Those are worshippers of the deities. They believe that their special beloved gods and goddesses were great deities. Christians worship Christ. Buddhists worship Buddha. Jains worship Mahavir. They all worship or remember the head of their own religion. There are temples to the deities. The Shiva temple also included in that. He is the incorporeal. Brahma, Vishnu, Shankar are subtle beings, whereas Lakshmi and Narayan, Ram and Sita, Jagadamba and Jagatpita are corporeal. People of the world don't know these things. Therefore, Baba says to the worshippers of the deities, have patience, heaven is now being established. Bharat was heaven. The kingdom of Lakshmi Narayan was called heaven. It has now been 5,000 years since it became the kingdom of Lakshmi and Narayan. The kingdom of Sita and Rama began 3,750 years ago. Only you, mouth-born creation of Brahma, the decoration of Brahmin clan, know this. Because everyone in the world is in darkness, they are completely without intellects. Explain to them that one is your worldly father and the other is a father from beyond this world. He is the creator of the new world. A father builds a new home. The unlimited Father is creating a new world. The people of Bharat have now become corrupt in their religion. They sing praise of deities. You are full of all virtues. This praise is not those of other religions. None of those other religions sing this praise of their beloved gods and goddesses. You will find devotees of the deities in Lakshmi and Narayan temples. You will find devotees of Sri Krishna in Krishna temples. You know that Lakshmi and Narayan were the masters of Bharat in the golden age. That means that people of Bharat were the masters in the golden age. Bharat was very wealthy and prosperous when there was the original deity, eternal deity religion. This is ancient, easy Raj Yoga and easy knowledge of Bharat. The deity religion is now old and people have forgotten who established the deity religion. Baba has explained to you, you are the true Brahmins who belong to the confluence age. Those Brahmins of Iron Age also say that they belong to the dynasty of Prajapita Brahma, but they don't know when Brahma came. You are now practical forms. You know that Lakshmi and Narayan existed and ruled in Bharat in the past. There have been no human beings more elevated than they were. People don't know how many years it has been since the Golden Age. They say the duration of Golden Age is millions of years. Those who wrote the scriptures have written their own opinion. The Father is now explaining to you children who were the original deity religion of Bharat. They definitely have to come here at the end of the last of their many births. This clan is that of people of Bharat of the deity religion. It isn't the clan of those of other religions who came later. You have now become Brahmins of the Brahma clan. You are now changing from worshippers to being worthy of worship. You mothers are called mothers of Bharat who are incarnations of Shakti. You would also say that there is the reincarnation of Jagadamba. Shiv Baba has taken an incarnation at confluence age. He has made you his children. You children know that the Supreme Father, Supreme Soul, who is the Father of all souls, is the Master of Brahman. He cannot be called the Master of this world. He is the Father, but he is not the Master. This too is a deep matter. He is the Creator, so he should be the Master of creation. But Baba says, I don't become the Master of the heaven that I establish. I make you children the Masters. Everyone in the world says God is the Master of the world. However, he is just the Master to create it. It makes you into Masters of heaven. It is the Father's duty to make the children higher than himself. The Father is the servant. He gives everything to you children and then departs. Father says, I make you worthy. I create a new world and make you the masters of it, and then I retire. You would be called the masters of Brahman because you are the children of the master of Brahman. You too will go to the great element of Brahm, and you would therefore be called the masters of Brahman. Although your souls live here too, you don't have any organs. When you are in supreme abode, you are the master of Brahman. You then become the masters of the world. You then have to lose your fortune of the kingdom. Neither deities nor Shudras can have this knowledge. Only you Brahmins have this knowledge. Baba is explaining such deep things. He says, only you have hero parts. Jagadamba is the goddess of knowledge, so she then becomes a princess, and the same applies to you. It isn't that only 2 or 4 people have their parts there. To claim the kingdom of the world and then to lose it, it is a game about people of Bharat. The people of Bharat were the masters of the world, whereas today they have become bankrupt. There isn't even a kingdom of impure kings anymore. It is now the rule of the people. It is said religion is might. The Almighty Authority Father is establishing the deity religion. He gives us so much might that we become the masters of the world. There are innumerable religions in Bharat. Those who live in Gujarat say that they are Gujaratis. There was just one religion in the golden age. The Father says, I am once again giving you the knowledge of Gita. You will continue to drink the nectar of knowledge for as long as you live. There is a burden of innumerable birds that has to be removed. They have portrayed a battlefield and put Krishna's name. God says, I enter this chariot and make you stand on the battlefield in order for you to conquer Maya. I also make the children stand there. You know that you will become the conquerors of Maya and then become the masters of heaven. Those people say this to soldiers, etc. There is a difference of day and night. You should go to temples and do service there. Tell them that only Lakshmi and Narayan were the masters of Bharat. Make slogans such as, the people of Bharat were the masters of heaven. You have now lost all your property. In the scriptures, they have shown Krishna and the Mahabharat war. People in devotion make spiritual endeavor to attain God. They call out to the God for him to come and liberate them from Maya Ravan. There is so much upheaval everywhere. When the war takes place, you won't receive food or clothes, etc. They call Bombay the Queen of India because they don't know about the happiness of heaven. We know all about that, and so we continue to dance internally. Knowledge is said to be salvation. Which knowledge? That of beginning, the middle, and end of the world. Now use your intellects and see how you can explain to others. The deities who were pure have to become impure, and so you have to look for them. You will soon find them in temples, and they too would become happy. The Jagadamba temple is below, down the mountain. In fact, they should both be together. You know that the daughter of Brahma will become #1 princess. You can tell them the biography of 84 births of Jagadamba. You know Shiv Baba's biography. It isn't that he is in the pebbles and stones. Previously, we too used to think that. Even this one now says, previously I used to consider myself to be very elevated. The highest business is that of jewelry. Even higher than that is this business of the imperishable jewels of knowledge. People wear a ring of 9 jewels. That too is compared to this. Previously, you didn't know anything. Today, the main thing is being explained to you is that Supreme Soul is the master of Brahman and the creator of the world. He doesn't rule the kingdom. He gives us children the kingdom. We have to claim the kingdom and then lose it. You should know how many births you took in the kingdom that you lost and how many births you take in your own kingdom. What else would you want? Because of being body conscious, human beings are dangling upside down. You have now been put the right way up. When a person dies, his face is turned the other way. Our faces are now towards the supreme abode. We will shed our bodies and go straight there. Acha. The father says, Man Manobhav. By remembering me, you will become me. To have class outside here is unlimited. Inside the room, Baba feels it's like a jail of a womb. The unlimited father wants everything unlimited. Such a great master of the unlimited comes and sits in this limit body in order to serve you. He has to enter an impure body in the impure world. He says, I make you children pure from impure, the masters of heaven, and then I go away. There will now be upheaval. Those who are weak will die just on seeing such things. Some have such great shock on seeing someone die that they become themselves also die. You have to become very strong. It is remembered, happiness for the hunter and death for the prey. We are now becoming worthy of heaven. The father says the gates open through the war. Now let's go back. The play has now come to an end. Baba is the spiritual guide. He takes you to the spiritual land. This is why you now have to remember the father so that your final thoughts will lead to your final destination. Some have very short lives here. They experience a lot of punishment in a womb. As soon as a baby is born, he dies and then goes elsewhere to experience further suffering for his actions. The father says, Sweet children, let your intellects imbibe the jewels of knowledge. Go to temples and do service. This is called making effort. Don't be afraid. Those who belong to your religion will be struck by an arrow. You should also go to the sannyasis. If you see that they are like stone, then don't bite them. You should give it a try. By gradually trying, you will eventually become successful. You haven't yet developed the strength of knowledge and yoga, and this is why you haven't yet explained to the sannyasis and kings, etc. Janak, Parikshit, the sannyasis, etc. all come at the end. If you gave them knowledge now, their influence would be reduced. At that time, you will say, Too late, Baba come to fill your aprons, but you didn't come. Constantly think about how to do service. Print invitations, create new ideas. Service takes place according to the drama. We watch everything as detached observers. God speaks to you children, the Gops and Gopikas. God is Gopi Vallabh, the father of Gops and Gopis. He is the father. All Gops and Gopis are here. They will not be there in the golden age. This is a godly dance of knowledge. You will then go there and dance with the prince and princess. You children are very fortunate. Simply surrender yourself. Baba, I belong to you. Why would I not surrender myself to you? You are making me into the master of heaven. This is such a great income. Everyone is to be buried in the graveyard. There will be the graveyard Kabristan and then a land of angels, Paristan. Delhi was Paristan. It was land of angels. The deities are said to be the angels of Paristan. It is now of the graveyard. Acha. To the sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the mother, the father, Bapdada. The spiritual father says namaste to our spiritual children. We, the spiritual children, say namaste to our spiritual father. Essence for Dharana. Point 1. Constantly maintain the intoxication that you are becoming the masters of Brahman and of the world. You Brahmins will then become deities. Point 2. Make your state strong. Don't even be afraid of death. Stay in remembrance of the Father, imbibe this knowledge and serve others. Blessings. May you finish the game of making excuses and become a master bestower of self-respect. The children who know how to play the game of making excuses say, if it weren't for this, it would be like this. This one did this, or the circumstances were like this. Now finish this language of making excuses and make this determined promise. No matter what happens, I definitely have to become equal to the Father. Not that I will only become complete when others give their cooperation. Instead of taking it this way, be a master bestower and give cooperation, love, and sympathy, for this giving is receiving. When you have the feeling, you will become a master bestower of self-respect and have self-respect. Slogan. When you have disinterest in the consciousness of I and mine, you will then be said to have unlimited disinterest. When you have disinterest in the consciousness of I and mine, you will then be said to have unlimited disinterest. Om Shanti.